Somebody just ate his breakfast. Hello, and welcome to my channel. Here I see makeup as something that is fun, magical, and transformative. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, definitely consider subscribing. Now, today I'm continuing on in my color season experiment where I'm trying all of the color seasons. Sorry, this guy's distracting. Trying all of the color seasons. I've done all of the autumns. I did True Winter, which I loved. It felt so ethereal. And now I'm moving on to Bright Winter. And this is the season that I feel like I struggle with the most. So Bright Winters are characterized in particular, like the first thing you notice about them is their brightness. So that contrast and clarity in their features. And then after that is them leaning more cool toned, even neutral. So this season, you often think of that very fair skin, dark hair and like icy blue eyes for sure. But then there are people with darker complexions who also have that high contrast. Like Lupita Nyong'o is a prime example. Like if you look through a lot of her makeup looks, she can like handle that vibrancy going on like with eyes, lips, and outfits as well. So it's really about that brightness and being able to handle it. And that's why I get intimidated by it, especially things like cobalt blues, like bright fuchsia pinks, not for me. However, they do say like the pinup style look is perfect for this season. And I think most people can pull that off if they find the right red for them. But I'm gonna kind of do a twist on that. I'm still gonna challenge myself to do some of these bright colors. So I'm gonna do like a bright blue wing and then lean into those fuchsia pinks on the lips and cheeks, which isn't something I usually opt for. So it'll be fun because it's really gonna be not my usual vibe, but I'm excited. And at the end of the day, it's a pretty simple look. Like if you want to do a colored wing, it's just a great way to add a splash of color into your makeup, and it's a bit less intimidating than a full eyeshadow look. So yeah, I think it's gonna be fun. I'm gonna start off with contour. They say with the winter seasons not to be using any bronzer. So as usual, under the jaw a little bit. I already have my foundation on and I opted for a full coverage neutral because I am looking to kind of create as much of a blank canvas as possible. Just the usual, a little bit of sculpt. Along with this look, because it's a touch of editorial, I want to try the lifted blush look. Anyone who follows me here knows I tend to opt for the sort of romantic pre-Raphaelite style blush that's like lower and kind of flushed all over. But this time I'm going to keep it up high, keep it kind of going up into the upper cheekbones a little. See how it goes. So contour wise, I'm just going to keep it high and close to the hairline. Usually I go on into the brush. I don't know why I did that, but so just like right in this zone, right under like the cheekbone. For the longest time, like I never even wore a cool tone magenta lip. But then in the summer I brought it out for Barbie and I was like, I don't mind this as much as I thought. But this is definitely the color season I've avoided the most. I even tried to do a different look before this. It was a train wreck. And it had less to do with the colors and me just like going off the rails with trying to blend out this whole look. Maybe I'll put the footage up. I don't know, but it was so bad. I couldn't post it, guys. It was like, I tried to put my hair back to like make it editorial and it was not good. The lighting was off. Everything was bad. So this is round 2. But I have faith I'm going to make this work because I have to go elsewhere today. So hopefully I don't look insane. Okay, I'm going in with Vive Cherub, just straight into a powder blush. I steer away from powder blushes these days, but sometimes they can be a bit harder to blend. But I do love this Vive formula because it's not super pigmented. Like you can build it, you know, which is what I like in a powder blush. So rather than like, you know, smiling and putting the blush here, I'm going in for that lifted look. Kind of being as careful as I can not to bring it over this part, because that's where there's like some sinking into the literal my bone structure, and a lot of people have that. If I go too far in right to the eye, I personally find it looks like I've been punched. So kind of just keeping it in the C shape up here. A lot of people can pull off bringing it up there. If they have more like fat here, more padding, more structure, it looks really, really nice. But like all my face fat's like here. Okay. It's kind of have a pink light behind me today, and some of that is the pink light, some of it's the blush. For highlighter, this is from What's Up Beauty. Has pink and white in it, so I'm just gonna mix them together. I think that'll be perfect for the winter season highlight. And they do say you can lean into sparkle and highlight. This is also a formula that you can do really soft or build up, just like the Vive blush. So it's very nice for that. For the eye, I'm just gonna do like the softest. I'm just gonna do the softest sort of sculpt before going in with the blue liner. So I'm gonna go in with this white first. This is the Hindash palette. Just like brighten up the whole lid, set any like concealer that's happened there. And like all the winter seasons, like whites and blacks are part of it. So white is a great brightening color. And just for some soft crease definition, going in with this gray up here, trying to keep it really light because this is really about the liner. So with the color seasons, like it's sort of like a wheel, and like sub-seasons border each other. So this borders bright spring, which I'm pretty sure like someone like Margot Robbie is, which makes sense because it's like a different version of these like really vibrant shades. That's why she was perfect for Barbie, because she can handle like those bright, bright pinks and stuff. Then I'm going to do a soft definition under on the lower lash line here with the same gray. Okay, now for the fun part. I'm going to go into this ColourPop Fade into Hue palette, and I'm going to use this really vibrant blue here and use MAC Fix Plus to create a liner out of it. I'm sure many of you know this trick, but basically what you're doing is creating like a paste. So you can do this a couple ways. MAC Fix Plus is good because it has a glycerin base, is my understanding of it. So it's different than just using water, right? It makes it into a formula. So I usually like to put the Fix Plus on my back of my hand, get a brush wet, and then sort of start going into the corner of a pan. Like literally just like right here. I'm going a little bit back and forth. See how it like turns into like a watercolor almost? Now this is where I need to be careful. I'm going to try my best to show you guys what I'm doing, but one wrong move and this is all a disaster. So just doing a wing with this bright, bright blue. So this is just an angled brush, but I'm also going to use from KJH Spectrum this like, it is for like graphic liner. So it's the 22. So going into kind of my mix here, going into the pan. Once it starts to get a little dry, spray a little bit more. There's only certain pans I might do this with. I don't think I would do this to a Natasha Denona. But, you know, a Color Pop, I can sacrifice the corner of a pan. It's cute. It's subtle. I'm going to try and build it up a little bit more. But that's what I love about just doing a colored liner. You can do like any color and you could do it like really cute and small, just a gesture to something, or you can, you know, make it really bold. Okay, I've ended up with this sort of skinny blue wing. It's quite subtle, but I am hesitant to build it up too blocky because I think it's just going to interfere with like the slight hoodedness I have here. So with wings, I do like to sort of skip under that, if that makes sense, because with these folds happening, yeah, sometimes it's better to sort of swoop down and away. This is a bit of a lower wing than I'm used to, but maybe it could work. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side off camera. Yeah, I think I'm going to do the lashes as well, just some mascara, and then like see how this all comes together with that vibrant magenta fuchsia pink. Okay, both wings are on, but before I did mascara, I just wanted to pop on to show like that I want to put a bit of white here. And I found my Annabelle liner that is from grade 7. She's back. Anyway, I don't even know that I'm going to put it in the waterline. I've been kind of overdoing waterline work, and you don't want to overdo that because you could clog the ducts or whatever's going on there. So I'm just kind of blending this on the lower lash line a little bit, just to contribute to that creation of contrast. Yes, very subtle, but effective nonetheless. Okay, here we are. Now, I feel like the liner turned out a little darker than I thought. So it kind of is like a black liner, but with that touch of blue, making the look a lot more approachable, to be honest, for anybody just like looking to play with these colors in, like I said, a subtle way. So could have gone for a bit more of an electric blue, or it would have been really cool if I had blue mascara, but I don't. But anyway, it still looks cute. It's still a knot. I feel like in the sun, that blue is really just gonna shine through. But then I did have a thought that I want to go in with the highlighter and just gesture here to that twinkliness of the winter season. Sort of like in my last video, bring in some open brightness and light reflection into this area. When I was doing this look, I did recall, I hope I can find it, but oh gosh, what's her name? Hey Google, who plays Max in Stranger Things? Max Mayfield was played by Sadie Sink. Right, of course. Sadie Sink, she had a look like this. I swear I had it screenshotted. I hope I can find it, but she's clearly not dark winter. But with the blue makeup look that's like bold, it becomes editorial. So again, it's all about what vibe you want to create. It doesn't mean that it looks bad. It's just that it looks like contrasting, or it gives off a certain kind of energy. Yeah, with my first attempt, like my thought was to go full on editorial, but it just became a mess. Okay, so we're going to bring more vibrancy into this look by going with a bright pink lip. This is from Kaleidos. It's the shade Cactus Flower. These are their Cloud Clay Play lips. They're really interesting formula. They're like a sort of like a liquidy lip, but creamy and dusty even. I don't know. Anyway, here we go. Ooh. Oh my. Oh gosh. What's so cool about this lip is that you can get that blurred lip line just by virtue of the formula. It's like, I don't know what it is, but it's like sorcery. Okay, here we are. So I think doing that bright pink really leaned into the bright winter because the eye ended up a little bit more subtle. I mean, it's at a loss for words. Yeah, there's something about this shade of pink that I sometimes feel looks slightly off on me, and it was interesting to see in the mirror right when it hit my face. There was like my skin around here kind of started to look a lot more yellow. And I don't know what that is exactly and whether that's necessarily a bad thing. But I noticed it sort of just brought something else out from my complexion that a different lip shade might not. Maybe it's just kind of really showing that contrast between my skin being a little bit more neutral rather than cool. I think this is fun. I could so see how brilliant this would look on a bright winter. I don't know if Lorelai from Gilmore Girls, Lauren Graham, if she's a bright winter or a true winter, but like she always rocks like these vivid lips and outfits and colors. But anyway, this is fun. This is fun. I like this. I think when you're opting for that color season you're nervous about, the approach is like just do a little bit. Like you don't need to do a full bold blue eye because it's also your style as well. So that's where you can really shine through with your own personality and your own choices, but have fun with those other seasons. So I don't know. It is looking nice and fun and I'm happy with it. And I don't know. As I'm going out, I think I might still keep the pink look. Lip. It's also would be nice to do like a peachy gloss with this, you know? Now I will pull back my hair as I do in each one so you can look at the effect on the complexion. It's definitely like giving makeup. It's giving here's a pink lip, you know what I mean? I always bring this guy out for the end these days. Now this guy, what do you think? Pink for you? No pinks for him. He's so cute. He smells like Cheeto Puffs. Yum. Toasty. Yeah, well, I think that's it for today. Let me know in the comments down below what you thought of this look, what you think of these really vibrant tones on yourself or on me. What do you think? I'm excited. Next step's going to be dark winter, so leaning into that moodier side of the cool tones. That's going to be a fun experiment. And then after that is spring, so we'll see what happens there. I suspect I might be a spring, being a blondie IRL, so we'll see how that goes. And stay tuned, subscribe if you want to follow on the rest of this journey, and stay witchy, stay bitchy. Have a good week. Bye, witches.